is certainly a strong mean. It promotes culture among different communities. Today, we have the pleasure of a chat with the Italian-Canadian crossover singer Natalie Di Luccio.
Ciao!
Natalie, you are a crossover soprano born in Canada and now you sing in Bollywood. How different or maybe how similar are these two cultures?
Yeah, two very different cultures, but also at the same time, very similar at the same time. I mean, growing up in an Italian family, family values and food, of course, two very strong values, and just the sense of community that I grew up in an Italian culture. In India also, it's very similar. In terms of community and family is so important, and people are they're very close, and it's beautiful. So even though I'm far away from that home, I do feel a sense of home here as well.
Natalie, your last release is a very beautiful song, sang in an incredible place.
You know, growing up, I studied opera, and my goal was actually originally I wanted to go to Italy and work as a crossover soprano. And many years ago, I received a message on MySpace, so you can imagine, to come to India and collaborate on an album. And it was during that time that I landed here, and I was just here for a few weeks, and I got exposed to this whole new world of music and culture, and I just loved it, and I wanted to learn more about it and its history, and especially just the musical techniques here. Long story short, now it's been 10 years I've been living here, and what I found that I feel like is my kind of life path now is to showcase the uniqueness of India to the world through music that I grew up singing. So a lot of Italian music and crossover music that the world knows. But so my last release, You Raise Me Up, which I'm sure a lot of you know the original song, You Raise Me Up. We actually went to a remote village in Northeast India, took 2 planes and 7-hour drive to get there. And we collaborated with the local tribe there. And it was one of my goals to showcase that this is also a unique part of India, and they have their own unique music and instruments, which most of the world doesn't know about. They only think of India more as like what you see on the news and Slumdog Millionaire. And I think one of my goals now is to break those stereotypes and showcase there's so much rich musical traditions, but also being true to myself as an Italian and as a crossover artist. So using the music that I really love and connect to in my heart, but also bringing local traditional instruments from around the world and bringing them to a bigger audience.
Natalie, in your career, you also had the opportunity to sing in Italian.
Yeah, so there's a Ennio Morricone song called Nella Fantasia, originally sung by Sarah Brightman, and it's such a beautiful song. And I had this vision of shooting it in Rajasthan in a palace. It was a far off dream, but I needed to make it possible, and somehow we made it possible. I think in my life, it's one of the proudest projects I've ever done. So please check it out if you haven't seen it. So I actually collaborated with a Rajasthani folk artist. He lives in a very remote village on the border of Pakistan. He literally had to travel by camel for hours just to get to the main city to be able to take a car, then to come and shoot with us. So like a very local, authentic folk musician. And what I loved again was this whole theme of bringing two people with such unique musical experiences together. It's really special. And I think language is no barrier when it comes to music. Even if you don't understand it, you can feel it. So I think that's something I really believe in.
As you may know, TLN Media Group is partnering with the Toronto City Opera for their opening concert, an incredible Nabucco, Verdi's Nabucco, November 13 and November 19.
I am so happy to hear that they're opening again. That's really great news to hear that you guys are partnering with them. And I mean, all artists in general, I think, are just eager to get back on the stage. And especially with the opera world, it's really important because it is a niche world and they need all the support. And I think it's just wonderful that you guys are there with that. And I think everyone must be excited to get back on stage and also as an audience member to go and actually enjoy live music again. TLN has always been a special channel for me growing up. I remember every Sunday we would have Viva Domenica on TV. And my father's goal in life was that I would sing on Viva Domenica. And they actually
Wow.
did when I think I was 12 years old. I don't know, it was a long time ago.
Thank you, Natalie, for being with us.
Grazie, grazie, and saluti a tutti.